welcome back to Hoff, House of Fun, where it's always fun. Today on Hoff we are looking at Frankinscooter, and we are trying to put some brakes on this thing today. Hopefully, we've got some over here, a couple of different ones. This one's already been modified slightly because it was on the back of something else I'd made, and it didn't stay still, so I had to add a hanger arm to it so it kept it from moving around. Well, we've got two plates. Thankfully they both actually will line up from the wheel nuts to the brakes, so it should be fair. Well, the back one I'm hoping we'll use a bracket, one of these, and we'll just line up, stick a cable on it and adjust it to the best so it's not rubbing, because I do not want any brake rub on this thing. I don't need it to be binding up anywhere. I just want that motor to have as easy a time as possible. The front one's going to be a bit harder. I'm going to have to clean this frame up and weld a hanger plate into here, but it should be easy enough. I'll try and get a bit of that film for you guys, just so you can see it all. And right, we have the mount for the brake on the back end. I drilled a hole, I got it wrong, so I basically just elongated the hole. This will, once this bolt's loosened, slide up and down, which is not what I want, so I might end up welding a washer into the back side of this and then cutting down the spacer to match what I've added, you know, delete what I've added so the spacings are still the same, and just so that stays centered and instead of moving. But I've cleaned the frame up, I've made this little doodah. This one goes into the holes. There was one already there that was got thread in it, and that one goes through and threads into the brake caliper, so that just hold up on that. But I put two in there to stop any cocking when the brake's used, because of obviously the elongated in the back of that. Didn't want to pull it out, but I used my Dremel to clean this up, and I've said it before, I put a warning video out about goggles, and yeah, you see all this. This is all metal filing and paint, and that's not all of it. I am covered. I'm covered.
Are you streaming?
I am covered. So, yeah, definitely wear goggles, guys. Goggles. Got plenty of pairs, just wear your bloody goggles. But it's getting there. The brake will be sorted out soon enough. No, tiny bit of binding, but that's a wobbly disc on the back. I'll straighten that out and get that all sorted out, but it's getting there. I said that I was going to fit the brake, and here it is. I've managed to do it. So I'm going to grab Pokey, a little Pokey. I've got this. I will grab the other one actually. Basically, forget that this is on here because I've added that for another project, but the plate's the same. It literally goes in like so, you know, sits down in the bar. And but I ended up cutting another hole in the other one around here, and it was wrong. I lined it up wrong. Not my fault, you know, you move on. So I've basically cut the center out of here and elongated it. I did, like I said before. I probably will put the washer in the back, like I said, and secure it a bit more, but for now, got that small plate. It's welded in. Welds aren't the greatest, but it literally only has to hold it. The bolt in this should hold quite well when it's all done up tight. These will hold, and if it does break, it's only going to end up sitting against the frame, and it is longest point in the groove gap down there. The brake still actually contacts with the disc. It still breaks, but there's like that much of the pad touching. But I mean, at that point, you still got something. So even if it messes up, it's still got something. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty much happy with that. I need to get rid of that noise. Little wobble in the disc, but apart from that, brake seems like it's going to work quite well. I might try and see if I can be a bit fancy, metal bend, cable through the frame, and then duck it out the front end up towards the handlebars, so it's all tucked away and hidden. I haven't got no cables rattling around by my feet, and yeah, it might be an idea. Either that or it will duck round and it will come in through, and I will make some holes in the tube in the mid. No, I won't, because my batteries. Poo. I don't know. I might actually do that. Send them on in tray underneath. It's all thoughts, in it. If you've got any ideas, guys, leave them down in the comments below. Where shall I route my cables? And we'll find all out at the end of the video. But there's the back brake all lined up and done. I'm going to try and find cabling for it and get that all put in and go for a little scoot and see if it works. Obviously this is me spinning the wheel over with no chain attached. I want to know how much this is binding on its own before I add the chain, because you can tell sometimes if it's really bad, but if you're just trying to eliminate that tiny little bit, you can't really feel it. So yeah, I will possibly have a look at the front brake. Don't really like the idea of one. I do because it helps you stop, but I don't because it helps you slide out. So either. I might put one in just for a bit of a redundancy for other people when they're riding it. But I have an update also. I don't know if I've already said it. I really can't remember. I have 2 new motors come in and they are double the size. So we might burn this one out, just kill this lot. Just for the jokes of it. I might go for a ride later and film it. So we'll find out, but yeah, it should be fun. Should be great. I can't wait for the 2 motors to turn up. 2 new motors, 2 new speed control units. I'll get them all wired in properly and everything so they go together, because I got exactly the same in both. So they're going to be the same from factory and the same from base. So I don't have to go pissing around. I can just bolt them on, see if they work, and then upgrade the settings in the speed controls from there, see how much more punch and speed and everything else, because they're only going to be on mid levels for most of it. It'll probably be like a speed of 7 or 6 or something, so it's not even going to be max. So we'll find out. I mean, this speed control is not programmed. I just got it out of a box and whacked it on. But yeah, I'll get the cables all rigged up and then I'll see how this actually works rolling. Right, we have a bit of plate that I've made here, and that is the thumb throttle, finger throttle. That's the throttle sensor piece out of the RC controller. I've cut it up. There is a bit of a video of that one on the DSC channel. Use this thing, I love it. They're great. They're amazing for plastic. But here's the controller basically. There's the old battery compartment. I can't do that one-handed right now. Yes I can. No I can't. I've put that in a bit tight, so I didn't want the compartment coming out when I'm riding. So there's that one in there. There's that one in there. So I've still got this one. Will basically dumb down my throttle, so I don't have to be flat out all the time, and if I hit flat out on that, don't have to be flat out on the motor. I can do speed control, so I can maybe let my son have a go. I can do cruise control on that one, but it's not flat out again, it's only partial, which is kind of cool. And that one would be for steering when you got that, but there's a chance that I will still, this is catching up on here like a git. So I've still got to take pieces apart a bit more and file bits of this down, and this one again. That one's way too high, but I might just bend that one out, and then it will sort of, make an edge for it to close into. I don't know, it all depends on how lazy I am. But that's like that so far. So the back of it is, so this would be the front of the handlebars now. They're upside down. Well, sideways, but you've got cables here for the battery. They've broken inside, but got a soldering iron, so I kind of expected that. That's why I tried to undo them early so they didn't twist and break, and they did anyway. My aerial's all fixed. It's sitting here at the minute. I had to resolder that like last night because that broke. It broke before, but I broke it again pissing around taking the controller apart. I need to put the screws back in here, but before, obviously this lot all screws on Phillips. There's like the Zerks in here. I
just didn't bother welding, I couldn't be asked. I've got that, I thought I'd try it out, so I drilled in, put them fittings in, riveted the fittings in, screwed all that lot in there. So, I mean, I was just trying to get it so I can flush it up with the handlebars and, you know, keep it kind of compact. It's a bit sticky out, but I've done that on purpose so I can still see that. But I'm gonna basically probably have a plate, a lightweight thin bit of sheet from there up. Trim all the back of this off because it's a bit high at the minute, but have a sheet there, and then I can have mounting up the top for a light. You know, I can have a light up the top or whatever else, and storage for an extra battery, maybe on a tray at the front or some shit. I don't know, just figuring it out as it goes along. But next one is to figure out where the spacings are. I've kind of done that use so it can get cut out and go on the underneath of the bar, and we can figure out from there. Yes, that is way too big for the bar. I use something different so I could get a bigger, basically draw it out bigger and cut it bigger so I could trim it down later if it's too much. But I thought more was better, you know. But yeah, we'll figure this one out, and I'll come back and show you guys. Right, we've come along a little bit more. I have handlebars, battery storage, battery pack. Bloody hell, words! Battery pack, top of controller. So, bottom of battery pack, controller head with all dials. Throttle is all on and in place. There is the piece of metal that I was showing you guys before. It's all sort of trimmed out and fits in now. I did actually end up welding an extra plate in on the inside. Sorry, camera angles. I'm trying to look and not look through the lens, and yeah, problems. But that's an... Oh, that was my ass, if anyone heard that, apologies. So, wrap the cable all up. I've extended that cable. That's all extended and wrapped in and plugged into place. This is original, into an extension, and then into the battery pack itself. A piece of plastic over the top that I cut out, and I've literally just I super glued to begin with, and then I've hot glued all around it and stuck it in that way. Yeah, we've got a tiny little hole in the frame right here, but this one is for these to go in, the rivets, because I have cut this out, which is actually made out of plastic. It was the side of a little fridge, mini fridge, but that is going to go in somewhat like that. Like, hold on, I'll whack a rivet in it quickly so it holds, and then I can stand back and show you guys. Sorry. There we go. Right, so it goes in somewhat like that and just covers up the whole lot of, you know, the funkiness that's in behind there. And obviously I can spray that in black as well, rough it all up and spray it black, or whatever colour I choose. And then I believe what I'm probably going to do is, off the sides of this bar, I will come out with little fittings. I will probably use something like these. Just come out with two fittings, one either side or two either side, or whatever I think I need, just to be able to support a light or something. Yeah, that was close. I almost dropped the phone and thought, wow, I'm either tripping over or dropping the phone, or... Yeah, I don't need any more crap at the minute. Yeah, anyways, we are getting there. We should hopefully soon have lights on this thing. I don't know, I haven't got any yet, so I probably won't bother making mounts and stuff. I've got to work out a little bit of hinkiness in the back end of this. When I've redone the motor, this is too far in. I need to just move it out so the gear can sit on it properly and not fall off. I am also going to put an extra washer in on this threaded bar here, and another nut so that it backs that way and holds it all in place once that's put down. And hopefully this bar is going to adjust out enough, and yeah, we'll figure it out. And a little bit of faffing around. I've also got to try and sort the chain out because she still gets really tight in one spot and loose in others, so I might end up sorting out them. these three down here, just slack them off and set the wheel up in something so that I can space the sprocket out like a pinpoint and just tap it, and it just needs centering. There's obviously a little bit of slop inside the holes and it hasn't gone on perfect, so if we can get that sorted out, that'd be a winner. But like, yep, I knew that was going to fall off. We've got it all plumbed up. Oh, I've still got steering steering actuator off this controller all wired up because I didn't know what I was going to do, and this didn't work for me for a while and I thought it was that, so I've plumbed it in and everything's sort of put together, and it can stay like it for now. It doesn't matter, it's hanging there, and if it becomes a problem I'll take it off. But yep, I'm gonna actually gloop that in with a bit of RTV, or yep, RTV silicone instant gasket. It's high temp stuff, but it's kind of all I've got at the minute, so I'll whack it in with some of that so it doesn't rattle and like vibrate. I did it with the tray as well because it's metal on metal and it just helps shut it up. Like, it just sounds better, you know. It's not going to rattle. Well, I mean the tray might, but the rest of it's pretty solid. So I'll get that all done up and I'll see what's next. I'm still waiting for them motors to turn up. Back on the motor again. I have moved this little coupler over because obviously underneath this gear there is the D shape flat spot basically grounding one side, and this has a D shape in the center of it. So I have now put a washer, see if I can get some better light on the subject without screwing up the camera too much. There is a washer. I have a pokey tool. Where is my pokey tool? Pokey tool. Instead of my finger getting in the way. It's not there. It is in here. There is a small little washer. There is a nut and a nut, and they are locked in together, so that'll keep that position. I was thinking I'd have to move this, like space this out, because I've moved this out, but I literally just used these two nuts and I locked them onto this threaded shaft up here, and I chucked this whole top end in the chuck of the pitter drill, and then gently massaged it with the electric angle, with a battery pad angle grinder, and then file. Last of all, I didn't go too far with it with the angle grinder. I went gentle, and then finished it off with the file. Put my screws back in here because if I remove them I can get the motor out. I had to take the motor out because I couldn't get to that little grub screw. It was tucked in underneath here, so I couldn't get to it, so I had to take it all off. But that lot is done now, and it actually rolls a lot better, and it turns out that my chain tension is nice and sloppy in certain places and not got a tight spot anymore. It tightens up, but it doesn't bind up, so that should be pretty good. I'm literally only doing all that lot because I want to take it for a ride tomorrow at some point, as long as the weather's nice. But if not, then I won't be. I'll be waiting longer. But soon enough I will have the new motors, and that one can come off, and I will test one to begin with, and if it's still not quite right, I'll put two on. I'll change it, put two on. Why not? But yeah. Oh, this is shit. Oh, my hopes and dreams, man. No, I'm joking. I give it a run on 2-cell battery, 7.4 volt. Worked all right. Give it full throttle. Was loving it. Like, didn't seem the fastest in the world, so I went in and got my 3-cell, 11.1 volt. I plugged that in. It was loving it. It was loving it. And then I give it a gunning of full flat out, and this thing's set on fire. So yeah, real joys. I'm gonna prop you there, right above it, and then hopefully I don't set my phone on fire. There it goes. Glow stick, guys, glow stick. Look at that, look at that. Oh, I'm not leaving it plugged in long. Like a couple of seconds, and yeah, she got problems. But this is not a testament to Banggood, but that was a Banggood special on offer. I'm not surprised they were on offer. They are also one of the cheapest online, but
Yeah. I don't even know if it's got a name on it. It can come off now because it's bust. I put my snips away, then I... come on, snippies. 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 Right. Snip the button off. Push that thing off. No, literally just got waterproof speed control. ESC on it. 120 amp. Yeah, focus. 2 to 4. 2 to 4 cell. Yeah? 2 to 4. That's a 3 cell. I didn't even put 4 in it. I wanted to. It's kind of the other reason I made that. I'm stronger. Take 4 cell with that. I run my 4 cell. I got an 8 cell Lozzie, 8S Lozzie inside. I run that on that size cable. So, yeah. But yeah, she's dead. Dead. Can't even plug in 2 cell. That was a 2 cell I plugged in just then to test it again to make sure, you know, see if I've gone kaputskis on it. But I spaced all that lot over. I got it all to go. That moves smooth now. It's really smooth. That's not. Ow. But oh well, screw it. Guess I'll be waiting for the new speed control units, guys, and new motors. But you know what I'm like. I think I might have one more motor inside, but it's all go forwards. Speed control, motor, speed control. Mine's blank, but yeah, no, I should have another one inside. So I'll hook that out, I think, and try again. I think it's only up to 3, but it should have enough poke. Probably burn that out as well, and then I've got to buy another 2 speed controls and another 2 motors, that sort of size. One for my boat and then one for my RC motorbike. But hey, I've got more cars I could nick my shit out of. No, I'm joking, I'm not doing that. But oh, see, look, good job the lights, eh? That's why I put that like that, so I can see the lights, and that way I know I've left the batteries running in the controller. See, always something for something. Something for something, a reason for some. Damn, I think I need to sleep. But yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, I was going to say I'd have a riding video for you tomorrow, but I don't think I will. So it's dead anyway. Let's see what actually happens. Okay, I've got no light show. Oh, smoke. We've got smoke, fire, flames. Yeah, I'll plug that shit. Well, I think for now, Frankinscooter is dead. But he will live again. I said I had another speed control unit. This one. This is the original one that was in my RC motorbike. It does not have reverse function programmed into it at the moment. It can have. Connectors to the motor from the speed control, these don't fit. So that thing's dead already. Why does it need its cables? It doesn't, so I'll cut them off. They are shoved in the ends, and I've got a bit of aluminium bar shoved in to space it out and pin it into place. They're just taped up to stop them touching. But I couldn't resist having another go. I've got something lying around, I'm going to plug it in and test it. Oh, something. Yeah, I just scared the shit out of myself. It's not even plugged in. The noise of that moving on the tray. I don't know if you'll see my hands in that. They'll jump. I jumped. My knees almost buckled. Bloody hell. I'm expecting shit to go bang. I was just trying to find out if this is on or off. It's off. Off. Yeah, right. I believe the switch, right. Come on. Right, so the controller is on. Oh man, this is sketch. Okay, phone's on. I haven't heard it beep. No. Oh, I've got to laugh. Because I'm recording and I've been a dick and I only even plugged this in. Oh. Let's try that one again, shall we? There we go.
Why are you going backwards?
Right. Right. Oop. 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 Let's try that again. That didn't beep, that didn't do anything. It's probably my fault, I hit the throttle. No. See, I always thought this thing had problems when it was in the bike. It's only when you get it out and start testing it. Man, it still stinks in here from where that other one set on fire, well, smoked. That was some... There we go. That was some pungy red smoke. One reason that is all the throttle I've got. Okay. Why? So I can get it to rev up, almost like, you know, rev up. If I literally flick the throttle on and off, on. I don't get that. Okay, I'm actually lost. I think it's this. I think it's dead as well. I don't think that's me killing it. I think that's old age. But I must admit, when it was in the motorbike, that motorbike, I was doing like 70 mile an hour. You hit a jump doing nothing and you crash. There's a lot of force involved hitting the floor, and they can break. So there's a chance that that's buffed already, and I'm still not going to get my ride. So well, until the new speed control units and the new motors turn up, that on Frankinscooter for the time being, I believe is it. So like, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you want to see this thing actually ride properly, guys, hit the bell for the notifications, and you won't miss a thing that way. But until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See you later.